Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, I'm hoping for some light relief from gas today, because I think over the last 7 or 8 days, I've been terrible at puzzles, what with struggling with some that, I don't know, weren't meant to, I think, be as hard as I found them, and making mistakes in others that have had to be unwound. And even the last time I was out with the gas gang, I felt I stole the 10 hats somehow. I had to wind back errors, find out where I'd made them, and then start again and get into beast mode. Oh, it was tense and it was terrible, and I want a more straightforward time. So I'm hoping that these genuinely approachable Sudoku puzzles, for that is what gas stands, doesn't work. I want to use for as both because and then for as the preposition for stands for. I think I have to say for that is what gas stands. That's very bizarre. Anyway, gas stands for Genuinely Approachable Sudoku. Philip Newman, Clover and Bill Murphy produce these puzzles on the Daily Sudoku channel on the Discord server every day. I solve them about a month later. I go up against the clock. I try and achieve the 2-hat time for a very quick solve. There is a 1-hat time for a quick solve and a dinosaur for anybody who solves in their own leisurely pace, and why not? And that is what we're doing today. So I will go through the blurbs of these puzzles, including the rules, all together in a moment. I do want to advertise for gas lovers who sometimes feel a bit frozen out of the Patreon monthly rewards because they've been a bit harder lately. It's really going to be your chance when we get to the 1st of October. In 5 days' time, we are going to be putting up a selection of puzzles by the Skunk Works that are 6x6 puzzles. Now, I'm not saying they're all easy, but I am saying some of them are very approachable. I really think those people who have been holding off or have tried to dip their toe in and had a look at a puzzle in the Sudoku packs, this is your chance. Get involved, join us on Patreon, have a go at those puzzles on the 1st of October. They are a selection of trick or treats. Many of them are treats. I've been testing the pack, haven't got to the end yet, but I haven't found anything really hard yet. So, wow, I mean, I think there are opportunities. Anyway, we'll be looking to, we're certainly going to be releasing them on the 1st of October. The Skunk Works are a fabulous collective of constructors, as are the Gas Giants, to be fair. But yeah, that's coming out on Patreon. Also on Patreon, tomorrow, my Solve of the Times monthly cryptic, which some people wait for, has crazy, insane vocabulary in it. It's an absolute beast of a puzzle. It comes with a mental health warning. Well, it doesn't, but it should. And I'll be solving that. I've already posted a Matt Gaffney meta puzzle this month. Simon has posted a Solve of X by Kurt Hugo Schneider, a 6x6 Sudoku. And yesterday, of course, his not only, or was it the day before, he published the Jane Street Star Battle puzzle, but also yesterday's 4x4 has been going great guns, and unsurprisingly, because it's a 4x4. I mean, how hard can it be, as the puzzle, as the video title says? And the answer is very hard indeed. So, well done to Mixo and I Love Sleeping. Very interesting puzzle. Do check that video out in case you haven't seen it. I'm sure you have. Now, what are we going to do today? We are going to do this gas puzzle. Let me just tighten up the screen there. Okay. Now, we're going to read the rules, and also on the links under the video are apps, including 2 gas apps. We've got loads of apps. As I say, they will include some of the rules featured today, I have no doubt. And right, there's also links to there are links under the video to Sven's Sudoku pad and our merchandise too. But 2 things to say before we go through the rules. One is you may hear some noise on my left where I have scaffolders working right outside my window. Yesterday they weren't too noisy after this time, and they haven't been too bad today with their little drilling. See, now it's going crazy with the clanging. I can see them moving structures around. and there was some shouting just before I switched on the video. So who knows whether that will interfere. I could close the doors, but then you'll get a lot of echo on the sound. It's a difficult compromise to reach. And that might be the end of the clang. We'll see. Anyway, sorry if that interferes with us. If it really gets bad, I may stop the video and pause. Second thing to say is we are in the middle of predicting the next puzzle in the gas. Now, when they published these a month ago, solvers were invited to guess what the next day's puzzle would be. And I finally figured out the sequence which dated from the earliest days of gas puzzles being posted. And I'm very confident that the first two puzzles are going to be an anti-diagonal and an anti-knight. Now for the next day, it's not so obvious because on the equivalent day back in the original sequence, there were 3 puzzles published. And they were a thermo Sudoku, a Kropki Sudoku, and a killer Sudoku. And I don't know how that's going to play out in this sequence. So I'm going to guess that the third puzzle that we do today is a thermo combined with Kropki and killer. And if it's not, then we will judge after that what I'm guessing for the next 2 puzzles. So I'm not going to prejudge those. But I am now, and I mean, obviously I could have looked ahead and seen what the puzzles are. You just have to trust me, I haven't. You don't have to, but I'm asking you to. And now I am going to go to the blurbs and read them out. So the first puzzle, the one that we've got on screen, which I have predicted is anti-diagonal, says, and this is by Philip, he says, "Congrats to those who correctly predicted today's anti-diagonal Sudoku. We will also accept anti-diagonal, no hyphen, anti-diagonal with a hyphen, and anti-diagonal. This pronunciation may offend Mark." It doesn't offend me. I only get offended when somebody says that obviously this sound sounds like that sound and in my accent it doesn't. Now, I don't think Philip's saying that here. Normal Sudoku rules apply. And the anti-diagonal rule is that each marked diagonal only contains 3 distinct digits. Now, this is very opposite from a diagonal Sudoku, very different from a diagonal Sudoku, which contains 9 different digits on the diagonal. This one only has 3 digits on the diagonal, and they therefore repeat 3 times each, which it's a very different solve. I do quite like it. The puzzle name is Pete and Repeat, and the dinosaur is an antioxidant Andysaurus. And I'm predicting the next puzzle is an anti-knight puzzle. If I can read my... Hang on. What? What? Okay, something... Well, okay. This is by Jovial. It's a classic Sudoku. It's not an anti-knight by Clover at all. So my prediction was wrong already, and I didn't think we'd got to the difficult day. 2 very polite-sounding British accents can be overheard in the distance. That's right, only 2 bonus hats awarded. I don't believe it. After such a successful month, the solvers lose it in the end. Rumour has it that the gas team, the speaker trails to a whisper, careful not to be heard by any potential eavesdroppers, run out of bonus hats. Quiet, someone might hear you, and besides, I don't see you having any. Well, that's rather rude. I don't see you still solving gap. Hey now, solving gas is your job. Surely you should have a bonus hat or 2 by now. That is clearly a dialogue between Simon and me that did not happen. And it then says, today's puzzle is a classic Sudoku. Maybe you'll have better luck getting a bonus hat tomorrow, assuming there still are any, that is. And obviously the rules are those of classic Sudoku, which I didn't actually mention in this sequence of puzzles yet, that 1 to 9 must be placed in every row, column and box. That will almost certainly apply in all the puzzles we do today. But my predictions have all faltered. Okay, I'm going to go with that just being an interruption and there being an anti-knight the next day. And we don't know. The dinosaur there from Jovial is an eavesdropping Edmontonia. Jovial, by the way, is one of the regular constructors for the GAP, the Genuinely Approachable Pencil Puzzles thread on the Discord server, not thread, channel on the Discord server. And occasionally pops into the gas room as far as we can see, and she is always very welcome when she does. But it's not what I expected. Right, the next day is still not an anti-night today. Oh, well, we're having a complete swap with the gaps constructors, because this one's by Shy. I haven't clicked onto it. There we go. This one's by Shy and is called Kropki Pairs Sudoku. Uh-oh, no. We can't have this many correct guesses again, surely. Yesterday's was supposed to throw you for a loop. Well then, I hope those who guessed a Kropki Sudoku or a puzzle by Terganus won't complain about their slightly smaller bonus hats. What? You don't get it if you guessed Kropki Sudoku because it's Kropki pairs. You may collect them for blah, 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 blah. You can collect them yourselves right here to your left. Whereas a couple of people did get the regular size for correctly guessing Kropki pairs Sudoku. Be precise, please. I'm sure you're all familiar with the rules, but I'm traditional, so if you don't mind, let me just open my scroll here. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive, and cells separated by a black dot have a 1:2 ratio. Not all dots are necessarily given. I know, you all seem to want it, but we're not doing that today. The dinosaur's a pedantic pectinodon. Okay, well, I don't know what the next day's puzzle is going to be, but it's probably going to be by Terganus, and I am going to guess at... I don't know. I mean, I don't know how these are being done, so I can't really guess. I'll just say a killer Sudoku, and it won't be. And it is a Search 9 Sudoku. Okay, we probably should have looked back in the list to when these setters, or when gap setters first intervened in the gas list as described. Anyway, it's not Terganus. Hello everyone, I'm Menderbug. Oh, let's click on the puzzle. There we go. There's the Search 9 Sudoku. I'm Menderbug and I've recently joined the GAP team, so today I have the honour to present you with a guest puzzle. That said, I'm a bit annoyed right now. I had just finished constructing this lovely Choco Banana, that's a pencil puzzle type, when Freddy barges in and spills a bunch of arrows all over my puzzle. He really needs to be more careful with those. I'm pretty sure the clues under the arrows were 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 8 and 9, but I can no longer remember which one goes where. Well, what can you do? In the end, I decided to just add some grid lines and pass this off as a Search 9 Sudoku instead. Fair warning, the Choco Banana is not genuinely approachable, but it is logically solvable. It seems that most of you have caught onto the new pattern, so I no longer have the necessary space to hand out individual bonus hats. Oh, well done everybody who did figure that out, and it may not be what I suggested, but it may be. So please take a hat off the rack if you guessed correctly. The rules are normal Sudoku rules, and digits in arrow cells tell you how far it is to the digit 9 in that direction. So, for instance, let's do a for instance on this one. If we had a 3 in this cell, 9 would be there, 3 cells away. The dinosaur is an obscured Othnielia. I'm not even going to guess the next type. And it's Freddy Hand, so it's a 4th. I don't know how many people there are on the gap rotation, but Freddy is definitely one of them. The title of the last puzzle is XV by Freddy Hand. So we've suddenly hit a guest week. And congrats to everyone who obtained bonus hats. I count XV plus XV, correct guesses 30. So come along to claim them quickly if you want a fedora rather than a fez. Clumsy me managed to spill emoticons all over my classic, so this is now an XV Sudoku. Note, this is not the same as XV pairs Sudoku. In particular, there is a negative constraint. A pair of cells that doesn't have a V or X between them cannot sum to 5 or 10. So the rules are normal Sudoku rules, and every pair of orthogonally adjacent cells which sum to 10 are marked with an X, and every pair of orthogonally adjacent cells are marked with a V, and therefore, for clarity, all possible X's and V's are given in this grid. That's the rules. The dinosaur is a Roman Rajasaurus for the Roman numerals, and those are the 5 puzzles we're doing today, rather surprisingly. I am going back to Pete and repeat, the only one by any of the gas giants I trailed at the beginning of the video. But this is Philip Newman's puzzle. The scaffolders are nice and quiet, hurrah. And let's finally get, hang on, press the wrong button. Let's get cracking. Okay, so only 3 digits on the diagonals. That is going to be absolutely vital. Can we tell what any of them are? Right, in neither diagonal are they 8, 5, 6 or 7. So they're always 1, 2, 3, 4 or 9. Now there must be 5 such digits on these diagonals. I'm just going to do some crazy pencil marking to get started. Now we can't have 4 on this diagonal because it has to be on the diagonal in each box, and there's a box which doesn't allow it. That is also the case for 2. This is going to work here as well. 1 in box 1 can't be there, and 3 in box 9. So we're left with a 9 in the crossing point in the middle. Now I can take, oh well, I can take 9 out of all of those cells. We've got all the triples marked. Look at that. That is a nice start to pencil marking the puzzle and proves it was worth doing what I was doing. Right, 3 and 3. That's where 3 goes in row 7 because of this pair, because it was on the line in the triple. 6 must be there. Now, come on, let's just pick off some opportunities. I can reduce all those. I can reduce these a bit. I can reduce that and that and that. Okay, that's interesting. 1, 2, 4, 9, 8. We've got a 6 in one of these two. Therefore, a 6 in one of these two. Therefore, a 6 in one of those two. That was all a bit odd. Now, this box, we've only got 4, 8, and 5 to place in the non-diagonal cells. 8, that's an 8 by Sudoku. So that fixes 6 there. That places 6 in column 3, which I hadn't pencil marked. Where am I suddenly getting hiccups from now? That is a naked 7 because of the 2, 4, 9 triple. That is 2 or 4, 2, 4 or 9 there. Now that's 7, puts a 7 in one of those cells. Looking down the grid, ooh, this is a 2, 7 pair now. And there's a 7 in one of those two. So we've got a 6 in one of those. That is 3 or 5. 5, 9, 7. 3, 2, 4, 9, 6. There's an 8 in one of those two. That is going to place 8 in box 3. And then there's an 8 here. Really near the tipping point where I could really go at this heck for leather. Oh look, that's a 1 and that's a 3. Can I do the 2 and 4? No, but 3 is placing a 3 somewhere there, not very helpful. I thought that might be what I'd been missing. I don't know what it is I've been missing. 8, 6, 3, 7. Oh, come on, Mark. What's going on? Oh, look, that 2, 7 pair sorts out this whole triple on the line at the top. That surely is going to look across. It does. Is that going to look down? It does a bit. It does a bit. And it hasn't sorted out this 1, 9. How am I meant to have done that 2, 9? There's probably a way. 7, 6, 1, 8, 3. That is a naked 5. That's 2 or 4. That's an interesting pairing in the row. 1, 3, 7, 5 to place. No, it doesn't work. 9, 8, 2, 6, 4. That is 1 or 7. 3 and 5 are in these cells. 4, 2, 9. One of those is a 4. One of those is a 5. Now, just need, 3 was looking back there. So this is 1 and 2. Now, that fixes 4 and 2 in the central box. That's not a 4 now. Come on, I want to do this 2, 9 pair. 2, 9 pair there, so that's 4. That's 2, that's 4. That should have been very obvious from that pair. 7 can't be here. 4, 3, 5, 6. Still not quite done. Oh, this I must know. No, I don't quite know it, but it's either 2 or 9. Now, how do I know that? Because these are from 1, 7, 8, and that's a triple, so that must be from 2 or 9 in the column. Now it's a pair in the row and the box, and that is helpful. Now, I do not think I have seared through this puzzle in any way, but I do think I'm getting there now, and I don't think it's been a bad solve. So as long as the times are relatively generous, I'll be all right. Can't still quite finish off this column and box business. 3, 6, 4, 5, they're not done. Now, what about this row? Yes, there we go. 7, that was kind of analogous to what I was missing in row 2 earlier, so I should have looked at that based on symmetry. This one is known, that's a 7, that fixes the box, that fixes the other box. We've done the middle 3 rows. Now, got to do something down the middle columns, I think. Oh, this is weird. Oh, that is a 9, if my pencil marking's right. Yeah, I think that is right. So this column must hold the key. No, yeah, that was right. That's 7 or 8. No, I am not done yet. Central column, yes, this is an 8, 6 pair. I know the order. Okay, that's good. That's a 3, 4 pair. Oddly, I don't know the order there. Now I can put 5 in this box, and that's a 7. That's a 1. Now I can finish the bottom 3 rows. This has taken a lot longer to untangle than I had expected, but we are there now. 3, 6, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 8. 7:03. I'm not too worried because I'm expecting the hat time to be generous. Is that crazy? I'm going to check it now. And the hat time for that puzzle was 8 minutes. So I was right. That was pretty tough. Now, I still pushed that a bit, but I'm delighted to have got through it. Now, once we move on to regular pencil puzzle constructors, who knows what we're going to find, because they might come up with stuff that we're not expecting. So, jovial first of all, and keep hitting the wrong button. Let's restart the clock and do this classic. So in the top row, that's a naked 9, and we've got a 7 and 8 pair there. I can do 6 and 5. Okay, that's a reasonably generous top row. Let's look down here. I can do 3. Can't do much of the 1, 2, 4 triple, but it's there. Let's look down this column. Yes, that's a 3, 4 pair. Then I can do 2 and 1. And along the bottom row, that's now given me the other corner. No 3 in the corner this time. 5 is there, and 9, sorry, that's meant to be 9 and 7. Okay, so we've got lots done in the corner boxes. I'm thinking I might be able to finish them off now with everything. 3 there. I'll come back to that when I've done the 4 in the other box there. 4 and 2. 7 and 8 were always available. I didn't notice. That's a 6, 9, 8. That's all the corner boxes complete. I do think this is a very approachable puzzle. Thank you, Jovial. You are a star. And we've got 1, 2 there, 6, 7 pair, 2, 4, 8 triple, 2 and 4 here. 1, 5, 6 up there, 2, 7, 5 along here. Now there may still be some work to do. I might have missed the point of the puzzle. Oh, I'm a bit scared now, actually. And I mean, I've been a bit hubristic about the whole thing, if I'm honest. Right, I need to find a naked single somewhere in the middle. There it is, 6, 8, 9, 1 in the column, 7, 2, 4, 3 in the row. I don't know. I'm not sure how it was obvious. It was because there kind of wasn't anything else that it was clear to me that it was going to be something like that. Well, I mean, precisely that. I really was confident there was a naked single somewhere. It is really just a matter of combined knowledge and experience, I'm afraid. 3 there. 4, 9, 3, 1, 9, 8, 5. Still not finished. This is a fun sting in the tail. 4, 9, 8, 2, 3. There's probably now another naked single, although I'm less certain this time. Oh, no, it's just that 2 is looking at that digit. There was also a 2-7 pair that I hadn't seen at the top. As long as my pencil marking has been right, we are pretty much finished now. 4, 2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, and a 1 in the middle. There we go. 2 minutes 36, and the 2 hat time, I mean, I've got to be within that one, was 5 minutes. So about 51% of the time spent. Okay, good. So that's done. We will go on to Shy's Kropki Pairs Sudoku. Look at the pattern in that. Fantastic. And a fully given column and a fully given row. Not sure we've taken on a puzzle with that before in the channel, generally. Okay, so let's restart. This is Kropki Pairs. Now, not all white and black dots are necessarily given this time. So these are a crazy number of black dots. That must be 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. These must be 7, 5, and 9 because they're non-black dot numbers, and we've got to get them into box 1. Now, that is not 3 or 6, given the 6 on the edge. None of those are 3 or... Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, none of them are 3, and this one isn't 6 because of the black dot. I just have to be a bit careful. This is the only place for 3 in box 1 now, so that's a 6. Now, that's also not a 6. We've got a 3 in the column, so that is 6 in box 1. This was the right approach, I'm pleased to say. This can't be a 1, and that can't be a 1. So there are 4s on both of those black dots. Here, I don't know so much. Any one of the digits from 1, 2, 4, 8 is possible. So now, let's look down this column. 5, 9, 6, 3, 7. We've got to put 1 and 2 there, because 1 is the last odd number remaining. Down here, we've used 1, 7, definitely 4, and 3. So the odd number is either 5 or 9. That's not as helpful. Down here, what's the even number on this? Okay, no, there is an even number on that. So that's 2 of the even numbers. There's 1 there, that's 3. So there's only 1 even number on this pair, and therefore one of them is odd. That is a lovely way of working out what's going on there, actually. Very clever construction, that. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's become a 2 in the box. That's a 4, 8 pair that I don't think I've resolved. Now, can we do the same trick with this row? We've got 3 evens there, and there's going to be an even here, so that one is odd. We can do exactly the same trick. The even on this is 4 or 8. It doesn't do it. The odd on this, oh look, yes, those 5 and 9 have been done from the beginning. The odd on this is a 1. That's interesting. Unexpected. Now, that can't be a 2, so that's a definite 4, 8 pair at the top. 2, 3, 5, 7, only one of those is even. And this is great progress. I think this puzzle is excellent, by the way. 5, 7, and 9 to place here. This must be even. Okay, all I'm going to say is 4 or 8 for now. This must be 5 or 7. That can't be a 2. So again, a 4, 8 pair and a 4, 8 pair here. No, let's look at the 4, 8 pair in the column. Yeah, this can't be a 2. So the even digit, because that can't be 1 or 3, so the even digit here is a 6 together with a 5. And then we've got 9 and 2 to place in the column. Okay, that was worth doing that time. This is 4 or 8 as the even digit. Oh, that's a 5. There's a 6 in its box. This is a 5, 7 pair. This is the even digit, 4 or 8. And this is a known 9. It's not getting simple. That's not helpful. That's not helpful enough. Right, there's a 1 in this box, got to be there. Changing tack rather dramatically about the method of solving this puzzle now. 5 and 7 have to be in these cells. I've got to focus on the dots. They're going to do something for me eventually. Now, the even dot there is an 8, and it's with 7 or 9, obviously. Now, what does that mean for the rest? They're all odd. So this is odd, 3, 7 or 9. This is even. That doesn't actually fix what it is. Oh, 4 is looking up at the top of the grid. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Oh, that unwinds all the 4 8s that I was uncertain about and wasting a lot of time on, and it was a given digit available the whole time, and that's rather embarrassing, but there we go. These things happen. They're sent to try us. Right, now that is where the 8 goes on this dot. This is therefore odd and is 9. 8, that makes that a 7. Yes, very helpful. 5, 7, 5. So only slowed down by one thing I was missing for a while there, but it was a given digit, which always feels like it's the worst thing you can be missing, but there we go. 5, 6, that's a 3, 4 pair, that's a 7. I was missing that one as well, but never mind. 3, 8, 9, I can do all of those. Now I'm finishing off. That's a 6, 7 pair. This is a 2, 3 pair. Oddly, I can't finish those, but that makes this a 9 and a 1, which we know are accompanied by 2 and 8 on their dot. Let's do 2, 3. I've just noticed 6, 7 was available. 3, 7, 4, 3, and the time 5 minutes 42 seconds, but that is very approachable. Don't think they often have gas times under 5.5 minutes, and the recommended 2-hat time there was 7 minutes. Okay, so that went well. And my confidence is being restored as I hoped, although not in predicting what the puzzles were. Right, now search 9. This is a bit of an odd one sometimes. Let's just, and I don't know Menderbug at all. Hello, Menderbug. Oh no, we did come across that name recently. Did Simon do a pencil puzzle? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, let's get cracking on this. So, the ones that have a short space to point to the edges have to be quite narrowed down. That's 2 or 3 to put a 9 in one of those. That means this is, it can't be 4, so it must be 5, which determines that the 9 is on the perimeter and that this is a 3. So well, that's got to be a 3 since it can't be a 2. That puts 9 there, and this is a 5. That can't be a 3, so it's a 2. I hope I'm getting the counting right in this puzzle. That can't be a 3, so that's a 2. And there's all the 9s in row 3, 7, column 3, 7, all done. Let's finish off what we can of column 7. I was going to say what we can of column 3, but that's almost nothing. Looking at row 3 and row 7 as well, and getting very little out of those two. No, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so where's these two will add up to some number because they're both looking at the same 9 cell. That number is 8, isn't it? The same's true of these two. I think it is. If 9 is there, we've got a 1 and a 7. Yes, they all add up to 8. And these pair can't be 2, 6 or 5, 3. So they are 1, 7, but we can't put 9 there. So we'll put it there. And that has actually taken us forward quite considerably. Now, this can't be 3 or 5. So this pair adding up to 8 is either 2, 6 in that order, or again 1, 7. No, that one can't be a 7, so that could be a 1, that could be a 7. 9 in the column. Oh, it can't be 2, 6, right, because of where 9 goes. So there we go. I think all of the arrows and the 9s are done. Although I say that, and I haven't actually placed all the 9s in the grid, but all of the arrows that are pointing to 9s are done. Now that's a 1, that's an 8, that's a 2 to finish most of that box. This isn't 8, that's not 7, in fact 7 is here. That's a 6-8 pair now. In fact I can do 3 and 4. Okay, that's good. 4, 5, 2, 7. This looks like a 9-3 pair now. That's 6 or 8 again, giving us a triple at the top. In box 1, I mean. 2, 4, 1, 9, 3, 8. This row is done. That's a 6, that's an 8, that's a 6, 7, 8, 6. Everything is falling out now. This is great. 2, 5, 3 in this box are fairly straightforward. 7 and 5 there. I've got a 6, 8 pair. 7 and 4. 1, 8, 6 to go in there. 3 and 7 at the top. 5 and 6 at the top. 9, 8, 4, 7. 5 in this column is actually easy. That's weird. And 2. Gosh, that column was very much the way to go. Then I'll do row 5 next, and that is helpful if I can type the right digits. Now, 1, 8 pair there. We've got a 6 fixing all the 8s. 7 and 9 here. Now I'm finishing off, I reckon. 2 and 1. 8 and 9. 8 and 1. There must be a 1 to go there. And a 6. And there we go, 4 minutes 02. I keep just being over a time, a round minute time, but surely that can't be a problem here. 8.5 minutes was the 2 hat time. So for the first time in a long time, I've been under 50% of the required time. Intriguing. And then finally XV, and this is a negative constraint XV, so all XVs are given in this puzzle. Right, Freddy. Haven't taken on Freddy in a while. Let's get cracking. Okay, so this pair can't have a 2, a 3, or a 6 in it, so it's 1, 9. We know the order because of the V. Now I've got a helicopter outside. That is an unexpected noise nuisance today. No, that can't be a 7 because of 7, 3. So that's the 7 in the central column. Yeah, use this blinking negative constraint hard. 6, that's just Sudoku in the columns. That has to be a 1. Again, that's just Sudoku, but 9 can't be next to it by the rule. We've got 5, 7 can't be there by the rule and by Sudoku. That can't be 7 by the rule, so 7 in the top row is there. This is now a 5, 8 pair. 7, 9, 1, 6, 3. 2 can't be there or there because of V's. And 2 can't be next to 8 either. 4 can't be next to 6. I don't quite know what all of that means. This is 5, 7 or 9. Oh, this is a 3, 5, 9 triple. That has to be 3 on the V. That has to be 5, neither on X or V. So these can now be written in the actual given X's and V's. That's good. 4 and 8 can be placed in the central box. Very straightforward. 6, 3, 4, 7, 1. So 2, 5, 8, 9 here. I don't know. Let's put a 7 in that by Sudoku. 6, 3, 8, 1. Okay, let's look at this V. That's a 2, 3 pair because of the 4 in the box. So the positive indications are always very helpful. There's a 3 in one of those two. And a 2. The 2 has to be here because it mustn't be next to the 8. Then we've got 3, 5, 9 to place. 9 can't be next to the 1 because there's no X. Right, that's good. 1 and 9 there. In this row, 1, 8 and 9. Well, this must be 1 or 9 because otherwise they appear together here. and that would require an X marking. Now that's 5, 6, 8. This is 2, 3, 4, but 2 must be kept apart from 3 by the chaperone 4. I hope I'm using the right rules as we go through this, otherwise I'm going to have to unwind and get something else. Do a total restart. That's a 9, and that was just a given digit that I couldn't see. That makes that a 1. Now, that's a 9 in column 3. These are decided by something. I can't see what it is. That's not a 6. That's not an 8 by virtue of the rule. 8, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it must be absolutely straightforward now, and I can't see how to do it. 2, 3, 4, 7 in this column. Now, these can't be a 3. That can't be a 2 or a 7. Wow, that's a weird naked single 4. 2 or 7 there. 2 there. That's naked. That must be 5 because 8 mustn't be next to 2 in that situation. Right, 7 and 2. I think we're on track now. I don't know how long it's taken me to get, only 4 minutes to get to this point. I was worried it was longer, so that's good. 8, 5 there. 4, 9, 5, 2. This is 7 and 8. 5, 9, 7. I mean, I'm not checking meticulously for every possible combination that might disobey the negative constraint. I'm going to rely on Freddie having done all the checking for me, frankly. That's a 2. This is 1, 2, 6. That's no good. 9, 5, 3, 4, 7, 1, 2, 6, 8. It's probably naked singles or something. Yeah, that has to be a 3. That is naked. Took a while to spot. Oh, that is a 1. That's just, there's an 8 at the top of the grid. Didn't need all the fancy stuff. Right, 1, 2, 6 here. And over here. Okay, let's do the 5, 9 first. Right, what's going on? This can't be a 2 for various reasons, the 3 and the 8. That can't be a 1. And this can't be a 2 because of the 3. So 2 is there. 1 is there. This can't be 6, so it's 2. And there we go. That's the solution. 5 minutes, 10 seconds. The 2-hat time was 7 minutes, well inside the time on all the puzzles. Great to see the gap, the pencil puzzle team over here in GAS. Very welcome as always. Hard to know what was happening with the predictions, although I think if I looked back at when those guys, the GAP team first did pencil puzzles or did GAS contributions, I would have figured out the requirements. But there we go. That is a GAS video, and I hope you had fun with the puzzles because they were nice. And we will see you again, well, for another GAS video in about 5 days' time, and for another Sudoku video tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon. Bye for now.